with you. Difference between the first half and the second half. It seems like second half much more solid defensively.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly what we were just talking about in the locker room. Like we were saying on here, it was like they were scoring at like a 76% clip, then at 46, and then 30, and then ended up overall being like 42 with 15% in the last quarter. So I think that was definitely a game changer for us.
You haven't played in a little bit. Is that a little bit of a hindrance initially, maybe?
But how do you mean?
I mean,
like
well,
playing against
is it a
them?
little bit tougher? You played. It's been like a week, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think definitely part of it. Just, I think when we talked about it at halftime in the locker room, it was kind of more about not allowing there to be miscommunications and just being ready to do your job.
Bridget, what do you think enabled you and Abby, the two posts, to kind of have these open threes and big night scoring?
Well, I would say that all year long our guards have been doing a really good job, and I think Oral Roberts tried to take away our guards, which allowed us to get some pretty wide open shots, and really our guards just did a great job of passing the ball and sharing the ball and timing of everything, and we've been working on passing, and they just did a great job of making the extra pass. So I give a lot of credit to the guards for giving us those open shots.
Once the game started, was there any acknowledgement that this is a defense that they seemed pretty committed to, and that you and others were going to get some opportunities?
Not exactly. I mean, they're a good defensive team. They've got a lot of athletes and stuff like that. But I think that we kind of knew going in that they maybe weren't going to guard us out on the 3-point line like they did. But like I said again, I think our guards did a great job of making decisions with the ball and handling their pressure and not turning it over, which, lately we've had a few too many turnovers and we haven't been able to get those shots. Maybe they were wide open, but they just did a really good job of handling the ball. So,
Abby, would you agree with that the guards were making the extra pass to get those shots for you and Bridget outside?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's something we've been working on all season. Is just working how to play out of this motion style offense. It's just be able to hand the pressure, see the open pass, and make it.
Sure. Second half. I mean, what information were you given at half about how to go about what happened in the second half?
I think we really focused on defense, like they said. I mean, our offense kind of stems from our defensive intensity, so we really picked that up. And then just kind of getting our offense moving. We were a little, in the first half, maybe a little bit stagnant, and we kind of got it moving, and I think that was able to, carry into our defensive intensity as well.
It's good to see Bridget here.
What?
Was it good to see Bridget here fire things up a little bit?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Gets us all hyped.
Uh-huh.
Bridget, was there a point during the game to that point that you felt like it was working for you? You're getting the looks here?
Yeah, I passed up one really early, and I just said to myself, if I'm wide open, I better shoot and I better make it one of these times. But no, really, I think it just comes down to this being it, and I'm just ready to go. Let's do this. So that's more than anything.
Well, I thought our kids played great in the second half, really did a great job defensively. The first half, we stayed with them, but we didn't do a really good job guarding any of their actions. If they ran a ball screen, however we guarded it, they seemed to take advantage of it. We tried to guard their post kids in a couple different ways. When we doubled them, they kick to the kid that was cutting to the basket or kick it out for a three. And we were just a little bit slow on how to find ways to get stops. But to Oral Roberts' credit, I thought they played really, really well in the first half. I thought they took advantage of every situation and made us pay for how we were guarding them. But to our kids' tribute, kind of stuck in there, kind of hung with it, and really played tough defensively down the stretch.
Before the game, you got to hear that Bradley and Allison Arndt scored 4 points, total 4 points. Would you have been bothered by that?
Well, I think it's really interesting right now that teams are really, our offense is meant to be an equal opportunity offense. Take advantage of what teams are giving you. And early in the season, we were getting different looks than we're getting right now. And obviously, our post kids are getting a lot more looks and opportunities to score, and they're taking advantage of that. So to have our two post kids go 9 for 14 from the arc is really a tribute to the time that they've put into developing their arc shots. So I wouldn't have necessarily guessed that would have been the result, but I think to their tribute, our kids are continuing to improve, and that's what we talked about today, really before our shoot-around, is that what's exciting is heading into senior day, our seniors right now are improving, and if that's the sands in their hourglass there aren't very many left in there, but for the freshmen and sophomores to see that and to be, and very honestly, kind of inspired by that. They've got a lot of time. So if our kids continue to put in time, continue to progress, they'll see the same type of results that our 2 seniors are seeing right now.
So Abby and Bridget, that was just a product of making an extra pass. I think they said that too.
Yeah, I think it was. They were certainly their players, their defenders are really trying to clog up the lane when our perimeter kids penetrate or our perimeter kids touch it in the paint. They're really trying to lock into Allison, to Kiera, to who am I missing? JC. They're really trying to focus on our perimeter kids, and that's opening up our post kids, and they really did a great job. Bridget had a couple of nice takes to the basket early in the game. You know, Abby started hunting arc shots, which that's not necessarily what we would want right away, but how can you argue with making 6 out of 10 from the arc? So maybe she had a right to do that.
Especially for Bridget, because she's not ever been that, high scorer,
Right.
let alone an outside shooter. Is that nice to see from her?
Well, it's great to see, and really, for us, the way teams that are defending us right now, we need to have that type of production. If they're going to really rally to help on our perimeter kids and not give those kids very good opportunities and very good touches, then we have to take advantage of opportunities through our post kids, and they certainly did a great job of that tonight.